Thank you, Chair. As somebody who's worked in this field for many years, for the council as part of the Cllr project in 2003, looking at Water Framework Directive impacts on our river systems, I can tell you it's very difficult to hold South West Water to account. We quite often, as Councillor Creek has said before, get fine words and offers of doing something, but when it actually comes down to it, there are no legal ways that we can hold them to account. And that's because South West Water is a private company. The only people that can hold it to account is the government in terms of their contract with the private company. Whether we can actually involve our MPs in a water commission, I think that will be a good idea. And I think that the more we can do to highlight some of the issues, and of course one of the issues in Cornwall is that we had our water infrastructure very early. Like London, Cornwall was an engineering area, lots of pipes were put in, lots of infrastructure was put in the Victorian eras. Most of that is not even mapped, let alone accepted as being owned by South West Water, for instance. So every time there's an issue, there's a discussion that has to be had between the council and South West Water about who owns the infrastructure or whether nobody does, in which case it comes back to private ownership. Now, that makes it an extremely complicated system when you're trying to improve the infrastructure. Now, I'm old enough to remember Clean Sweep. Who remembers Clean Sweep? Yeah, that was supposed to sort out this infrastructure. That was huge amounts of money that were given to South West Water to sort out their infrastructure. I think it's been calculated they gave as much to their shareholders as they were supposed to be spending on infrastructure. And I'm not convinced that we even touched the surface in terms of trying to sort out our infrastructure. So there are really big issues that need to be sorted. And I wholeheartedly support this motion. I think this is one way to put pressure on them, and I think a water commission, water conference, whatever, looking at the quality of water. We already have the Cornwall Flood Forum that looks at flooding, but looking at water quality is something that we should be doing for the benefit of our future generations. And one of the reasons it's urgent now is because, as people will have noticed, we are getting increased storminess. That was predicted in the models for climate change, that we would have increased storminess within Cornwall in particular. I'm sure everyone will have noticed that. When we get rain, it's heavier, and therefore our systems don't cope, and our rivers don't cope, and our combined sewer.
Time.
So please support this motion.
Thank you. Councillor Broy.